Gino. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
Well, welcome back to a very informed hour. Thanks to Ryan Kiick and Rob Schwartz with Eureka Review and Princeton Review, giving you some insights on how to increase the opportunities for your children getting into college and bringing up some very unique ideas to how they can get some extra credits to make them stand out a little bit more when trying to get into the school of their dreams or schools that they should maybe be thinking of. If you go to our website at donandgino.com, DONANDGINO, click on Listen Chat Live. AP Production and Furman's got their information up on our site there. And you can also reach out. What's the best way to reach out to you, Rob? Because I know they're going to want some information, some samples, just samples of what you're going to go over.
Absolutely. Happy to provide your listening audience with some great tips and maybe an expanded list after they get word of
that,
what
they
good
should
stuff
find out
we
more
have.
about you guys because you guys rock.
They should. And the easiest way is email. It's rob, R-O-B, at eurekareview.com.
That's easy.
That
All
is
right.
easy.
All right, Rob. So I don't want to go too far away from this list because I know we can talk forever about the values you give these potential college students and helping them prepare for their ACTs and SATs and just giving them valid direction and information that makes them more comfortable with getting into college. Because, Ryan, that was a great statement that you brought up, that a lot of the fun's been taken out of it. It should be one of the most exciting times of a child's life, and the parents for that matter. And now it's become so darn, I'm going to use that word, darn stressful, because I see it in a lot of my friends, and they're like, they're trying to get into this college, they're stressed about the tests, they're stressed about the finances. You guys can help with that.
Well, isn't
and
it sad?
That's key. I mean, the small price that they pay for the knowledge that you give them is, I guarantee everybody just breathes a sigh of relief, and that's got to be rewarding to you guys.
Well, that's actually what I was going to touch on. I said, isn't it sad that, by just glancing at that list that I just looked at right now, I mean, this is a lot of money. This isn't like little nickels in the bucket. This could make a difference in someone's family, in someone's retirement, in someone's whole life.
For their school loan.
Especially if they have 3 kids.
Well, not only if you have multiple kids who are going to go to college, but we have made a grandiose mistake in thinking that this generation they go and they get their bachelor's degree like our generation did, and we thought, hey, that's cool. That's not enough anymore. Are you getting your master's degree? Are you getting your MBA? Are you getting your PhD? Are you getting an MD, a JD? Guess where the money is actually going to be spent? Those degrees. So if you can't make the bachelor's degree a little more cost effective, you're digging a really nasty hole which will stay with you a long time. I have known too many people in the last 5 to 10 years who literally, without making any exaggeration, will be paying off student loans until they are senior citizens. So pay very close attention.
That happens, gosh darn it. I'm still paying on that.
Well, that's also because they changed the bankruptcy laws.
Yeah,
That's neither here nor there, though,
well,
right?
it's frightening. Student loan debt now exceeds auto loan and credit card debt in the United States.
Wow.
This is a big chunk
Okay,
of
then
money.
let's touch on this list. You're going to want to listen to this. Stay tuned. Do not. You might want to park your car because you're going to flip out when you go over these numbers that Rob is going to go over.
All right, guys, here we go. So there are schools all over the country who provide a concrete list of if you have a certain GPA and a certain SAT or ACT score, they will give you a quoted stock amount of money per year for 4 years.
How cool is this?
Very nice.
I didn't even know about this.
Well, and as many as I have on my list, there are many more who don't have a quoted figure, where there's a certain amount of flexibility involved in what they offer. But here are some that I can say, here's a hard and fast number that if you have X, Y, and Z, you're going to get the dollars that back it up.
Nice.
So here we go. Auburn University in Alabama, they were a couple of seconds away from winning a football national championship this year. They will give you $3,500 per year if you have an ACT score of 28 or higher, an SAT 1 score, meaning the old version of the SAT where they just look at math and reading, of 1240, and a 3.25 or higher GPA.
Wow.
Okay, reasonable.
Pretty reasonable.
Somebody like me can get that. Yeah.
You're talking about you have a B-plus high school average and pretty good test scores. You're getting $14,000 over 4 years at a world-renowned research university.
Wow.
Not too shabby, right?
And that's got to feel good too, because you're contributing, by having good enough test scores, having good enough grades to contribute towards your college
It's a little.
education.
It's feeling
That's
like
good.
you're being accepted and you're wanted and everything right off the bat.
We all want to be wanted.
And make no mistake, that's not an opinion. That's a fact. These colleges are desperate to fill seats. If they don't have enough money to turn the lights on, or pay their professors, or build new buildings, or have research laboratory work, or publish things. They are reliant on great kids from all over the country and, frankly, all over the world to be successful universities. So make no mistake, your test scores are a big influence in how much money you're going to get paid. Let me give you a few more. If you want to stay local, Biola University, which is North Orange County, they will give anywhere between $4,000 and $10,000 per year,
Wow.
based on GPAs that begin at 3.45, and you have an ACT score of 24 or an old SAT score of 1100, and you're in the top quarter of your graduating class.
Yeah, very doable.
Very doable.
I mean, that's the atypical college student, wouldn't you say? I mean, I know we have the extremes. You know,
Right,
like you said,
right.
valedictorians, those are going, I'm
Right.
going to Cal, I'm going to Stanford, I'm going to an Ivy League. But for the atypical student, I mean, that's pretty standard.
It is, and the key here, a lot of what Rob's sharing is designed for that group of students that frankly often get forgotten about, right? The students at the very top, your top 2 or 3 per class, we know there's a lot of great opportunities out there for them. And for students that are really struggling on the other end of the spectrum, there's a lot of programming in place at schools to try and look out for. It's those 3.0 to 3.4 students that have 1750 SAT scores that think they can't stand out in any way, when in fact not only do they stand out, but with a little bit of improvement, whether through the Princeton Review or Eureka Review, there's actually real dollars. There's a return on that investment.
Aren't you excited out there that Don and Gino and Rob and Ryan have not forgotten about you? We care about you.
We are here for you, people.
Exactly.
We are
That's right.
here for you.
Exactly. All right, so let's kick it in gear. Just a couple more examples here before we go, because it's enlightening me. That's for sure. I didn't know about some of these.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's so many great colleges and universities in this list. I'll skip some of the numbers and just give you some of the names so you can realize it's not just a sprinkling of schools. Goucher College in Maryland, Hofstra University in New York, Kansas State University in Kansas. You've got Marshall University.
We are Marshall.
We are Marshall in West Virginia, New Mexico State University, Oregon State University, member of the Pac-12,
Yep.
Purdue University, a terrific, especially known for their engineering program, an outstanding school. Quinnipiac University, a small liberal arts college in Connecticut. They do a great job. I've sent several kids there. Seton Hall University, a very prominent school in New Jersey, one of the more prominent Catholic schools in the country. Southern Methodist University in Texas,
Yes,
another
SMU.
fantastic
Yeah, very
program.
popular.
Texas Tech, another fantastic program in the state. For those of us in Santa Clarita, the Master's College is one of these schools.
Oh, wow.
So if you are thinking you want to stay literally in town, you're looking for a religious college, they offer money based on grades and test scores.
You know, it's nice having some of the local schools helping out, because the only reason I didn't go away to college is I was still involved in professional sports. So I needed to stay near where my sport was, and I needed to stay home to support my sport, because it's very expensive at times, whatever sport you're in, trust me. And sometimes it's nice to stay local and have some opportunities. It's nice to know that we have local opportunities.
Absolutely, and I've met a number of students from Master's College. They're great, great kids. They do a fine job. I know that my colleague Ryan can speak to SUNY at Albany.
Absolutely. I'm a proud dog right there. I went to SUNY Albany, fantastic school, and actually since I've left, I'd argue it's gotten only better. One of the emerging nanotechnology centers out in the new tech capital out in the
And you're proof that
areas
you
of New
can
York.
become a vice president and a president from that.
You sure can. You sure
Nice.
can. Which
Yeah.
also, by the way, proof of why we have to be careful about brand awareness with colleges.
Yeah.
So many students want to go to a country club,
There you
school,
go.
right? But it's what you make for yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I actually heard that it was disappointing for me. It's like my high school got really good after I left. I wonder why.
Now that Gino's gone. It's funny, our show does the same thing. Anyways.
Ouch, Don. Ouch.
Wow.
Oh,
Let's
and
heat that up.
Before I forget, I want to make sure that that a lot of you out there can reach out to either Ryan or Rob. And I know Rob's local here, right here in Santa Clarita resident. Very passionate, gives back to our community. He's often involved with me at the Michael Hoffman Foundation events, which I really appreciate, by the way.
Oh, my pleasure.
Has his own scholarship fund he's put together. Just so much. These are the people you want to reach out to, because I know they're accountable. I know they're passionate. I know they want to help you not just your children. They want to help you because this is a combined effort, a combined stress level of trying to help your kids get into school. So what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Getting a hold of me is rob@eurekareview.com.
rob@eurekareview.com. If you can't spell Eureka, there's other colleges out there for you. All right, any closing marks on it? We got about a minute left here.
Well, if folks wanted to reach out to me, they certainly can too. Again, my name's Ryan Kiick, and my email address, my last name's unusual. It's Kiick, so it's simply R.
You're a double kicker.
I am indeed. I am indeed. My email is rkiick, RKIICK, @review.com.
How cool. And that's nice having the president giving out his information. Just shows
I'm
how
happy
passionate
to.
you guys
I'm
are.
a pretty faithful email companion. I'll do my best to help anybody that reaches out to me. So.
Email companion. I love that. You guys, thank you so much for being very well prepared to give some great value to our listeners and to our community and our children, because this is, I believe, one of the hottest topics and most important topics right now, because getting into college is challenging, it's expensive, it's difficult, it's stressful, and you guys are making it so much easier.
I don't think it's as bad as we thought.
No doubt about it. So again, go to donandgino.com. You can always get our information. We're going to replay the show again because it's that good by going to donandgino.com. We really appreciate you being part of the Don and Gino Show. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. You guys are amazing guests as always.
Oh, we are honored, and it's a pleasure and a privilege to serve you in the community.
Woohoo! Very cool. All right, stay tuned because we got a real estate hour coming up with Mr. Tony Lewis, going to share with you what's really happening here in Santa Cruz in the real estate world. You don't want to miss it on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. We'll be right back.